everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and we're back today with another episode of Call of Cthulhu Nameless Horrors. We've got the full cast and crew back with us today. We've got a new character joining us today as well, which should be fun. So let's go around, let's meet everybody, and figure out who we are and whom we are playing today. We've got Redundant UK back with us to kick things off. Redundant, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm not too bad, thank you very much. I'm not too bad. A bit off because of the time difference, being here an hour early, but that's fine. That's okay. I didn't have anything planned. I never do on a Wednesday, apart from this. Yes, I'll be playing Sloane, the lovable weirdo that everyone loves to hate.
Everyone loves to be creeped out.
Yeah.
Exactly, fantastic stuff. And currently Sloane is missing, so we'll have to go.
When AWOL.
Yeah, we'll have to go find him today. We also have with us Donovan Fry back today. Don, how you doing, my friend?
I'm great. I've been looking forward to this all week. I play Garen O'Kayan, the ex-priest turned Catholic hitman. And last week was pretty rough. Garen got melted. We lost one of our own, and Sloane lost his clothes in a spell that healed Garen. So that's where we are now.
When priests go wild. Great stuff. We've also got Greg back with us today. Greg, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. It is Wednesday. It is 1 to 4. It is where it's at. However, I am not as jolly as I should be because we lost the doc last week. And Jolly, who I am playing, is pissed. He is not happy. He lost the doc. He liked the doc. And so now it's time to take a few people yad and repay that debt, which cannot be repaid. But so let's get into it. I'm choking up on the bat. Let's start swinging.
Great stuff. We've also got Lindy back with us today. Lindy, how are you doing?
I am doing super spiffy. I've been waiting for this all week. Super excited. I will be playing Lockpick Lu, also known as Lucille Jenkins, the hobo, and, mascot of the group, basically. Representative of what they're all gonna look like when they lose their sanity. It's just crazy. She doesn't really know what's going on, but she did not like what happened last week with people turning into puddles and some of them dying after doing so. So she's probably going to try to stop that from happening this week, if possible. Probably not. Let's see.
I can't wait. And last but not least, we got Mr. Pruitt back today. Pruitt, who are you going to be playing today?
With the passing of the good Dr. Pierce, it was very sad, but, when you got to go, you got to go. It's both true in life and in line at the restroom. Today I'm going to be taking over an NPC known affectionately and colloquially as Jimbo the Spanker. I'm going to take him over. I hope that I can get a grip on the base of his essence as character, and there'll probably be a little twist at the end, and so we'll see what comes out.
Can't wait. It's going to be an exciting episode.
By the way, that's 6 jerk-off puns in one sentence. So.
I'm impressed. That's hit our quota already. Before we get started today, a couple of things. First of which, we are sponsored by D&Dice today, my friends. Over at dndice.co.uk. Go over there, get some beautiful dice, support the channel, and get 5% off when you use the coupon code EncounterRoleplay. Also, you can, of course, interact with today's show. If you haven't yet, hit the follow button. Follow us, turn on notifications. You can affect today's game. We hit 20 followers, screw the party, or help them out. But we do have a new character here today, so I'm expecting a little bit of madness to welcome Jimbo the Spanker / Felix to our crew. Also here is the tweet for you guys. 20 retweets will get another Fuel Decision rocking and rolling, so let's make that happen. And of course you can donate to affect the game, give players nat 1s, nat 20s, and wild magic surges. So let's see how that goes down today, and let's see what happens. So let's get into a recap of what happened last week as well, importantly, because we had a very momentous week on Nameless Horrors last episode. The party gathered at the big... Oh, fucking hell, that's Thursday nights. Dude, I used to watch Thursday nights, or listen to Thursday nights podcast when I was like 12 years old. If those guys just fucking followed me on Twitch, if so, I'm having a really big freak out moment because they must have been one of the first D&D podcasts I ever listened to. Fuck, it is those guys. Okay, cool. Just gonna wipe myself off for a second. Anyway, last week, just another one. Last week, the party met up at the auction for the Golden Ferronnier. Ferronnier was on sale, but it was not the normal kind of auction. This auction was a fight to the death. And the party managed to get back with Lockpick Lu as she was hunting or stalking through the streets of the auction house. Dr. Aurelius Smith, whom we know to be turned into a horrible Cthulhu monster. However, it seems like everyone in this place had a mirage upon them, where they did not seem to be the true monsters that they were. And yet, as events turned out, the Golden Ferronnier was called for by Dr. Pierce, looking into the Necronomicon. As this happened, the proximity between the two of them, terrible, terrible things start happening in the auction house. Gibbering tentacles appeared, and one Dr. Carrington, who seems to have created these strange abomination creatures from inmates from the asylum that he works at, they started attacking the party, along with Carrington, who cast the red sign of Shudder Mill, which started to dissolve the bones in the investigators' bodies. That was the end of Dr. Pierce, as he fought bravely, valiantly, trying to get the Golden Ferronnier, the key to the way out of here, to the Necronomicon. However, thrown out into the skies, the Necronomicon was cast above Carrington, distracting him and the abominations who became fascinated by its presence, clearly the item that they were after. They managed to kill Dr. Aurelius Smith, who was pulled down into a pool of inky blackness, and the rest of the party managed to make good their escape aboard a Black Panther, aside from Dr. Pierce, who was brought back to an essence of life by the strange creature that lived in his mind, the Wizard Whately, pulled him to his feet and sent him into the flames which had erupted around the Necronomicon. Now, normally that would just send you a light, but Dr. Pierce had a great wild magic surge that we'd been waiting on, which was when Dr. Pierce dies, a huge fireball explodes, and so the whole place went up in a giant ball of flames. The rest of the party escaped, though Garen was melted with his bones and pretty much dead. Luckily for him, Sloane outside had a way to get him out of that scenario, which cast away a ritual, cast away all of his spells, all of his items, everything that he had on him, including his snake, and the snake dissolved along with all of his other items, including his laudanum, which keeps him somewhat sane. But Garen was healed, some of his bones were fused back together, and he was no longer this green, sickly, pallid colour that he had found himself in. The party escaped into Dunwich, which is clearly not the place that they know to be. They are in a weird place, a limbo, if you will, brought down by the creature known only as Abhoff, which lurks in this dimension that they have currently found themselves in, they've travelled to. And the party met with Joe Osborne, but not in fact before they met with Jimbo the Spanker, a local hobo whose son, Tommy, they have met previously in Arkham. Jimbo the Spanker says that he's been here for some time, and he can't get out of here. He's basically stuck here like a lot of the other people who seem to be have been dragged down into Abhoff's demesne. Every night, everyone in the village goes up onto hills and starts chanting and casts rituals to this creature Abhoff. And during the day, it seems impossible to get out of the town itself because almost like a heat haze is on the surrounding of the town, so they can't get out. They left Jimbo behind and went to meet with Joe Osborne, whom they know to be one of the Believers, a group of people in the area who are said to be protecting the Miskatonic Valley from this creature Abhoff. Sort of like an ancient Illuminati group of cultists, whom they've met one of before, Cassandra, who they kind of trust, and Joe was just about to start helping them out when Sloane has gone missing, and well, we don't exactly know where Sloane is, so that's where we're going to pick up today's game. So we're actually going to start with Sloane. Kip's gone to look for Sloane, whilst the rest of you are at Joe Osborne's house. At this point, it's afternoon, so it apparently turns to night very quickly, and when it does, that's the time to be inside, because outside in this place is really, really bad. So, let's get started. Let's dive into it. Let's start with you, Sloane. Sloane, my friend, well, talk to me. Where did you go? You left the party behind at a point. You made a successful stealth check earlier last game.
I did. I did. Sloane essentially has he at the moment in his mind is wrapped up into so many different things, and he has no idea where he is. And the idea of these people before him freaked him out considerably. So he's looking for potentially an abandoned building, just somewhere quiet so he can try and regain his thoughts.
All right, so you may hear a loud rumbling in the background of my microphone. Fear not, it's merely the sounds of eldritch creatures burrowing into your mind. You actually start making your way back through the streets, and you come back to Jimbo's spank hole, as he's been calling it. Jimbo, let's remind us what you look like, and what your current disguise is.
Yeah, I mean, just typical hobo regalia, just very dirty clothes, kind of unshaven. He's obviously pretty disgusting looking. He doesn't smell great either. Just imagine like week-old Fruit Loops, just kind of like that. So that's, he's just got like I imagine him having some kind of like either like a tweed jacket or something like that looks a little out of place. He's just kind of looking around since the party came up to see him. He's been a little bit more on edge, and so he's just like at the door of the spank hole, just kind of like looking around, like like he's looking for someone or keeping a lookout.
Absolutely. You spot Sloan coming down the alley. You're not expecting to see him again, at least not so soon.
Right. Upon seeing Sloan, he will. You see him visibly like like try to act casual.
Looks like Jimbo's acting real normal, Sloan.
Which means he's not spanking it. So, but he'll just kind of give a little wave to this person walking up that he knows he's seen before.
Sloan will just stop dead in his tracks and kind of just look at him and just kind of slowly back away, as almost like terrified, like, and eyes darting left and right and almost like looking for an escape.
Can I help you? Can I help you find something? You looking for something?
No.
No?
No.
What about your friends? They're still around? Yeah.
And he'll. Is there like maybe like a building or anything nearby?
Sure. There are plenty of like abandoned houses down here. You think?
Sloan will kind of like push up against the wall and kind of make his way inside the building and close the door.
I will. As soon as I see him go in there, I will start to follow him. Stealthily, with stealth.
Oh, roll me stealth.
Let me just click that and that. There you go. Not sure what that says.
That looks like a fail.
Okay.
You rolled a 61 and your value is 60, so you can spend one luck.
Oh, I'm gonna use one luck to make that a success.
Nice. You sneak in. Sloan, what are you doing in here? So you enter into this old abandoned house. It's pretty much like a fireplace and a wrecked sofa in here. That clearly someone once lived here, but it was probably never a nice house. This is one of the only like places which you've seen which isn't like hit by sunlight, because you're in a sort of dark alley, and it looks really decrepit in here. Whereas everything else in Dunwich has looked very beautiful, like it's been placed. Or like a model town almost, but this place looks just like shit.
Sloan will almost like stagger in, and he looking around and almost trying to process everything, and he's kind of like mumbling and talking to himself. He's kind of going, where am I? Where is he? Where? And he'll basically go over to like the wall and kind of like basically rub his head and bangs his head and basically shakes it. Where is he? Where? and basically just repeat that over and over.
You're definitely like looking for a window at this point, Jimbo.
So do I hear this or see?
Yeah, you can definitely hear him. You've probably snuck in close enough to be within earshot.
I'm here. And he'll just kind of like listen to see if that gets any reaction, because he,
I love it.
this guy's crazy.
No.
Can I roll an acting?
Sure,
please,
yeah, please
please.
do.
I have acting.
I bet you do. There it is, extreme success.
I am here for you.
Sloan, whoever you're calling out to is talking back to you.
Sloan will stop for a moment and look, wait, no, not right, no. Should be here, but out there. Why not here? Oh, the voices, make them stop. And he'll kind of like, start screaming out for help.
It's at that point that Jimbo / Felix, you get a wild magic surge from Flafogin. Roll me a D10K here, buddy.
Okay. It's gonna be a reroll. 6-3-1-1.
6-3-1-1. You are tormented by shrill and discordant music. So, Felix, you are starting to have this. You start hearing this strange violin. It's very discordant, very dissonant. All of the notes are wrong. It's just like someone's, like a novice has just taken a violin and just started like on it. And it's really quite horrible. You can roll me a sanity check here.
Okay.
It seems like it's in the distance, but it feels like it's growing louder as the sun is beginning to set. The music seems to be getting louder.
It's Jolly's stomach.
I don't think you have 0 sanity.
I don't think you should have
You'd be
0
dead.
sanity, yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Hang on. I'm sitting here literally filling out my character sheet. So
okay.
Yes, there we
We'll
go.
take that. We'll allow that, yeah. There you go. So that is a success. You managed to block out that music from your mind, but it seems to be getting louder. It's like it's on the horizon and getting louder, and you notice that the sun is beginning to set, and as the sun sets, that music discordant chorus is getting louder and louder.
Oh God. How can I help you? What do you need?
Again, he's basically just going to repeat the same whimpering and crying and just repeat, just like, oh God, please make it stop. And at one point, one hand is basically constantly as if searching for his pocket, and the other hand is almost, in a certain extent, kind of clawing into his head.
Okay. So Jimbo's gonna like go outside and start looking around, basically for his compatriots. They came by earlier. At least he knows kind of where this guy is, but he's just gonna kind of be like, Queen! Queen! And he'll just start yelling out, Queen!
Roll me a listen check, Lou.
Okay. Ooh, not 1d200.
That'll be.
Listen. Oh, it's not a success. It's just not a success, but not worth the...
Yeah, back at Joe Osborne's general store, you guys are inside and he's behind the counter talking to you.
I just keep poking.
Yeah, you can actually...
Garrett occasionally, making sure he's not a puddle.
You guys are hearing the music as well, which is probably what's drowning out some of the sound from Jimbo.
Would Jolly have a chance at that? Since I'd be technically...
Yeah, Jolly, you're in the way, so you can roll me a listen check.
No.
Okay.
What's a fucking sound?
Yeah, you can not hear over that sound of the kind of chorus of violins. However, you are going to come back to the area which, Jimbo's spank hole, as it were. So you can roll me a spot hidden because Jimbo is hiding. He's stealthed at the moment, but you might be able to spot him as you come in here. Yeah, it's really catchy music, he's start scanning to it. Spoiler
as-
success, yeah.
Jolly enters the alleyway and he's walking along to the music as he slides in.
West
Hoping
Side
no one's
Story comes in. Nice. Yeah, you spot Jimbo, and he seems to be talking to someone in a house as he's like outside the window.
Hey, Mr. Spanker.
Oh, hey, you were with the Queen earlier, right? Yeah, you're one of her subjects.
I was with the Queen, yes.
Oh, one of your other members is in here. He's.
Crazy hair, beard.
I'm not touching that. I've touched a lot of things. I'm not touching that though. Yeah, he's in there.
Yes. Okay. He'll follow Jimbo in.
And I'll pat him on the back and be like, you go do it.
Go do what? Sloan. He looks at Jimbo and like kind of cranks up on the bat just a bit.
Hey.
No,
I'm backing up.
No, not you, Jimbo. This is just everything's weird, man. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Sloan. Where is he? Jimbo. Point to him. I can't see.
I'll point through the window. He's right in there. He's hurting himself. I don't know. He's looking for someone.
Hey, Jimbo, why don't you walk in first?
Okay. He already thinks I'm the person he's looking for.
I strongly suggest you walk in first.
Okay. And he'll push the door open and follow in. I'm here.
Sloane's eyes will dart over to you and look you up and down and shake his head. No, you're there. No, should be here. Should be here.
Yeah,
No.
I'm here. I'm here.
Why are you talking like that?
No, where is he? No, voices,
Ooh.
too many voices.
Sloan. Jolly will stay out of arm's reach, but he will kneel down until he is eye level with Sloan. Yo, Sloan, you know who I am? It's Jolly. You in there, buddy?
Oh, Sloan, need him. Need Sloan. Need him now. Need
Sloan. Hey, what's your name? I'm here to help. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Can I call you Matt? Matthew. I had a buddy named. That's why I'm here, Matt. I'm here to do that. I'm here to make it all stop, Matt. Do you know I had a buddy named Matt back when I went to school? Best buddy. Slept right in the bed, right over top of me. Noisy fucker when he slept, but excuse me, noisy when he slept. Hey, Matt, you want to come with me? We'll go find Sloan.
He seems a bit hesitant at first, but after looking around in his current surroundings, considering the options, I think he reluctantly kind of stands and his hand almost literally shaking, kind of to take yours.
As Matt stands up, obviously now he'll be much taller than Jolly, but Jolly will remain crouched down as if still talking with someone smaller, and says, "Hey, Matt, do you like baseball?"
Baseball? Yeah. Yeah.
Little stickball, little pitch and catch.
Yeah.
I tell you what, could you hold on to something for me?
What?
Jolly pulls his bat out of the top, but he leaves the sleeve on it, and he spins it around and hands the bat to Matthew. Yeah, hold on to that for me, Matt. It kind of brings me good luck, makes me feel safe whenever I have it, because I know, if I have to pick up a pickup game or something, or just always feel safe when I got my bat with me. So you like baseball? Here, just hold on to that.
Okay. And
Right.
he takes hold of the bat.
And if you see, I'm gonna put you right here in front of me, if that's okay. And you and I together are going to look straight ahead and all around to see if we can find Sloan. Okay? That's why
Okay.
I'm here. I'm an extra set of eyes for you, Matt.
Okay.
He looks over at Jimbo. Jimbo, what's that music outside?
Oh, thank God you hear it too. Okay. I don't know. I heard it, and are we gonna go back to the Queen? Is she the Queen of Bohemia?
Yeah. It's what happens. You said something earlier about not nighttime is not the greatest time around here, right?
Oh no. We need to get out of here. We do not need to be on the street at night. They will take you. They will chant. They will. I've seen it before. They took
Gotcha.
Mickey. They took Jules.
We don't need a list in front of Matt here. Okay, we're looking for his buddy Sloan. So on the way, I want you to take us the fastest way to Joe's. I don't care if we got to jump over a fence. I don't care what it is. I want to get to Joe's backyard as the crow flies. Do you understand?
But we can't fly.
We just get me there quick, Jimbo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Follow me. Well, we're gonna have to go through someone's backyard, but
And he reaches out and grabs Jimbo if he allows it, and just kind of strongly squeezes the shoulder with the catcher mitt-sized hands that Jolly possesses, and he says, "Now listen, my buddy Matt and I here, we're looking for somebody. So if you start shooting out ahead too fast, and we're looking, and you leave us behind, that's not good. So I want you to go quickly, but make sure that we're still behind you. Do you understand?"
Quickly, but don't lose you. We're together. We're a team.
There we go. We're the infield.
I'll keep lookout. Don't worry. We'll knock this out. No. The park. Knock it out of the park. That's baseball.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. He turns back to Sloan. "Hey, Matt, our buddy here, Jimbo, he's gonna take us to some other people who can help us look. A couple more sets of eyes. Maybe Sloan's already there. Okay, I know Sloan. He's a friend from work. So maybe we can get this all together and get this sorted out."
He'll nod. He'll just nod like continuously for quite some time.
Okay, so you're in front. Jimbo, Matt, me, hand on shoulder, looking. Jimbo's not going to leave us. And go.
All right, you guys head out. Also, thank you to work with the Jim. Cheers to give Lou a crit. Thank you, Jim. No doubt come in handy. So the three of you guys start to leave, and the sound of music swells as you guys are headed back the fastest possible way that Jimbo knows. And I'll allow everyone, Sloan and Jolly, but not Jimbo because he already passed one, to roll a sanity check as you hear this discordant, almost like a waltz playing in the background, swelling louder and louder.
I'm going to nat 20 that.
Yeah. All right.
I pass.
Nice. So Sloan, Matt, you just like plug your ears and stop listening as Jimbo takes you the fastest possible route backwards. The music's getting louder and louder as you head back, and just as the sun sets, the group of you reach the backyard of Joe Osborne's place and run inside. You see that Joe opens up the door and like slams it shut behind you guys as you rejoin with the rest of the party, and you feel a lot safer now that you're inside and Joe is with you. He
as soon as we get in, I'm sorry, bud.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, as soon as we got inside, Jolly was going to say, kind of make eye contact with Garen and Lou, especially fucking Lou, and say, "This here," and he's holding Sloan, "is my good buddy Matt." Okay? Matthew, he responds to both. He's looking for Sloan. Lou, he's looking for Sloan.
But
He's looking for Sloan. Are you going to help my buddy Matt find Sloan. Garen, help me out here. Are you gonna help?
Garen will
Joe's
lean-
looking confused.
Garen will lean into Lou and he'll sort of whisper, Lou, Sloan's not feeling so well right now, so he thinks his name is Matthew, and
like the crazy people do.
that's right, and I
okay.
think we need to go along with it
Do
for
we
now.
need to get him like a mirror? What do you think that would help?
Well, we can try some different things,
Okay.
but for now, let's just call him Matthew.
Even though he's crazy, we're not putting him in an asylum.
Not putting anyone in an asylum.
No, nobody goes to the asylum. Even if they're crazy.
Especially not the one in Arkham. That's right.
Yes, okay.
All right.
Making sure we're level. Yeah, alright. Hi, Matthew!
He'll kind of look up and his head will go down and he'll keep mumbling to himself.
Alright, yeah, great to meet you two. I'm Lucille Jenkins. Yeah, let's find Sloan.
Osborne's looking confused. Why don't you all come in here and we can talk more privately? And he kind of lets you into his back into his like general store bit. He's like load all the shutters. He's barred all the doors. It's dark outside. You can still hear the music faintly, but it does look like he's actually put sort of like soundproofing up. Not like foam board or anything like that, but he's put like rugs and carpets up, which is gonna deafen sound as it comes in. So. You aren't subject to any sanity checks while you're inside Osborne's place.
But Joe, look around your shop yet, but do some shopping while we're here. Do you have any clothes? Any sort of pauses for a second and glances back at Sloan / Matthew. Pharmaceuticals.
He says, "Hey, we've got clothes. Definitely, I can get you some new outfits if you're looking to clean up a little. But
I think Matthew looks smashing in that dress.
I'm all out of pharmaceuticals. Been here a long time, and as has." And he looks towards Jimbo. As has Jimbo. We've been don't regularly get supplied around here. Things we really need. Catch my drift.
No, that makes a lot of sense considering where we are, but I think need some access to perhaps some pharmaceuticals. Do you know anyone else in town or anywhere where we might be able to acquire such a thing?
I mean, I'm the only general store in town. There's a couple of places you could look, I suppose. The main one that comes to mind is the Asylum. That's where they've got most of the stuff there. It's just on the road from Dunwich to Arkham. You can still get there at night.
She's gonna finish his directions. Yeah, it's like right there. Yep. That's the Asylum.
Now, Joe, the Asylum in Arkham, you said we can still get there at night. Do you mean that we can get back to our Arkham at night?
Oh, you can get to most places, but you wouldn't get there.
Why not? What would stop us?
The music, first of all, and then secondly, the things that are out there at night.
I heard a little bit of that music. What is that exactly?
I don't know. I think it comes from the church. You know, that great big cathedral that's in this place.
Yeah, the one that burned down.
No. That one didn't burn down. You burnt down the ballroom.
Oh. I didn't burn down anything. We just told you it burned down.
Sure.
Yep.
It just happened.
It did.
Things just happen.
I can understand that. I think it comes
Spontaneous
from that
combustion.
They got some kind of choir in there that's only active at night, or something else in there. I don't know what.
Singing every night. Oh.
That will block your way back, but should be able to get back there. The Asylum is actually outside of Arkham. It's they don't like to keep it on the high street. You don't really keep asylums right next to people. You know, it's down the road. If you had a car, you've got a vehicle, you could get there. Getting back to your Arkham, though, that's not gonna happen.
So, assuming we can, from this music, and avoid whatever creatures we might find on the road, can reach Arkham Asylum, but not our Arkham Asylum,
Right.
parallel Arkham Asylum.
Sure. It's, I hear the doctor there has got some powers of his own.
Well,
Dr. Carrington.
Right.
I think Carrington shouldn't be an issue. But I am concerned about this strange music and these creatures. Jolly, and Jimbo, I suppose now, while you were out, Joe was telling us a little bit of, and Garen's just going to basically tell them what he's learned and Lou's learned, which is that Abhoth is looking for the Necronomic, Squire Whately on behalf. And if he gets the Necronomicon and the Golden Farinye, very bad things are going to happen to the world. So it seems like we might need to get our hands on that book.
Dan, you're breaking up every like couple of seconds or so. I'm getting most of it, Frodo. You said need to get your hands on the book, right?
Need to get our hands on the book before Squire.
Yeah, Joe.
The book.
Yeah, Joe will nod.
The book.
Yeah, I mean, he'll explain what he explained to the party last time as well. Like, if he has both of them, then it's really bad. If he has one of them, then the book is like the big thing, and the Ferronnier is the key to the book. But he can still do plenty just with the book. But if he
awful bad if he had that book.
Yeah, if he has one, then he has total control over Abhoff's realm. If he has both, then he has total control of possibly like the world.
Okay.
And this whole time, Lou, you might have noticed like Jimbo's been like trying to get your attention, like
Okay. She'll
trying
like
to motion to the next room over.
conspiratorially, because if he's just going over things he's already kind of told, she'll kind of just be like, "Ooh," and like slide into the other room.
Are you being stealthy about this, or are you just?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be stealthy.
Yeah, I mean he will try to be nonchalant as well.
I'm not gonna spend luck on that. No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend luck on that.
You're like
It was
cough, wink,
three-way.
wink. Everyone notices the two of them.
Yeah,
sneak out.
everybody just stops talking and watches the two of them walk out.
And we think we're
Okay.
so smart. Like, they didn't even notice.
Yeah, get around the corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they with you? And you
Yeah.
see him kind of like drop into like, they're with you? I mean, you are the Queen of Bohemia?
Of course.
So did they send anything with you, any assets? I haven't had any orders.
Well, they sent me, and they sent, these are the best that Bohemia has to send.
Okay,
She's
so
got no idea what he's talking about.
She doesn't. should be very serious. Yes, it's the best.
but I mean, have they sent any further orders? I mean, I was just supposed to observe, and I don't know how much.
Well, tell me everything you've observed.
I mean, I have told you.
That is everything.
Insanity.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
everything's
yes.
happening at night and during the day, but I've been waiting for my contact, and you're finally
Yes.
here. So I just,
Yes.
what are my new orders?
We are to obtain the book
The book.
and stop Squire Whately.
Stop Squire Whately. Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. I mean,
Yes.
it's whatever the symphony needs, right?
But of course.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, so I mean, is everyone here in the know? I mean,
Well, as much as you can be in the know, really. I mean, they're not as high ranking as we are.
so we should.
Shh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
if I do have some
Thank you,
intel
Flav.
about the asylum, but I'll
Appreciate it.
wait
Yes.
till we get there.
Yeah, that would be good because it's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right. Strolls back into the room.
Come back out. Was kind of looking wild a little bit. Hey.
I want to screenshot Don's face when Pruitt said symphony. It's just like, fuck. All right.
Pretty sure that was my face when you brought up the symphony last season. I was like,
The worst. So, you head back, and Joe's like, right, if maybe we can continue.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
By all means.
we stopped.
Joe, do you have anything here that you think we might be able to use? Because according to what you've told us, it seems, and if anyone else has any other ideas, I'm open. But we have to get this book, and we have to stop Squire Whately. That's number one.
All right, so here's what I know. The intel that we've managed to gather is, you're telling me he's got the Necronomicon, right?
Well, he might. It was back in that building that burned down.
High
But
probability.
with the book in it.
So probably he's managed to get a hold of that one way or another. Okay, so we need to get inside, we need to get to the manor. That's where the heart of this is. That's where Abhoff's there truly is. We've got to get back that book. Problem being, I've got no way to get inside the manor. I don't know how to get there. It's so far away. It's further away than any of the places around here.
And you see, you see Lou sees like. I could maybe.
There's just a lot of like
I
back
could-
and forth. Like, yeah.
I could maybe help with that.
Philip
You know,
shows you. How-
I've been around. It's going in places. Just gotta find a place to spank, right? So but I've found certain ways. If we go to the asylum, I can get us. I've been to the manor. I've seen it.
What does the asylum have to do with the manor, Jimbo? And
They're connected. We can go to the asylum and get to the manor.
Interesting.
we can go to the asylum and get. Now, is it like what? Like an underground tunnel? And he's trying to determine like, does he think that are you off your gourd? Like, how's this going?
Yeah, Jimbo, like, you don't know exactly what that is, but you've been given, information that there is an entrance there. You could
When
definitely
she
roll
hears
a-
that, Lou's gonna get like a piece of paper out and and one of her many writing utensils that she's stolen, and start drawing a map of how she remembers the asylum. And she's like, "How do we get to the manor from here? Well, now that leads to the filing room."
Yeah, you could definitely roll like a psychology here, Garen, to see if you think Felix is, Jimbo is telling the truth.
Yeah, I just want to, and maybe he thinks he is. I want to know, like, is he confident? How confident is he? No idea.
Yeah, you don't really know. It's difficult to judge someone like Jimbo. He's definitely confident in his, his spank hand, but other than that,
I'm a good right-hand man to anyone.
yeah.
Spank hand is strong with this
Spank
one.
hand, yeah.
All right, Spanky. All right. So let's assume that what you're saying is true. And Garen's sort of replaying a conversation with Jimbo's son, who said that there was a secret entrance into the asylum, and you like climb over the back gate, and then you like climb up, and there's like a
chute.
Yes.
a chute you go down.
Cool.
That's right. We know how to get into the asylum, and Carrington is taken care of, so it might be the right time to go there, and we can also look for pharmaceuticals to help out Matthew over there. At the very least, we can help Matthew, and if you're right and there's a passage there, then maybe we can get to the manor too.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds like a good as plan as any.
yeah.
We have to go to the asylum.
I mean, there's no way to get to the manor. Aside from some kind of old attack on the church, which I cannot recommend under any circumstances, then to stop that symphony of chaos, I don't think you're ever going to be able to get to the manor. It's only open at night, and it's the most protected place in the whole fucking area, in the whole Miskatonic Valley. The Asylum is nice off on its own. It's on the road from Arkham, so it's technically within Apoph's realm, which means we can still get to it. And I don't think, with Carrington gone, like you say, it's going to be well defended whatsoever.
Can we reach the Asylum during the day? Where's this, in your experience? Do we have to go at night?
I mean, most places, if you're traveling out of Dunwich itself, you can only get to at night, but it's going to be less protected.
Jimbo, Joe, what do you know about this this church besides the voices that come from it at night?
I don't know anything. All I know is people get taken there. There's singing. There's screaming. It's awful. So I don't go there. I mean, I just go around during the day and do my thing, and just hide away at night and just try to whittle away the time while they're screaming outside.
Impressive concentration skills.
It takes a lot of focus. I mean, you know.
Jolly, it seems like we could try to take on the church and maybe help those people there, but we're in way over our head, and the last time we tackled things straight on, it didn't go so well for us, unfortunately. What do you think? Lou?
She's just she's kind of slunken back and gotten a little bit quiet, and she's just fiddling with that silver necklace that she has. Just like hands not like very nervously twitching, and she's just like, what do you want? What do you do?
Lou's not real down for going to the Asylum. Matt here needs us to find Sloan. I think we need to find Sloan because we're getting into Sloan's specialty territory.
The manor, yeah. Big statues and stuff there.
So you need you need drugs? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
For Matt?
Yes.
We need Sloan.
You need drugs for Sloan?
He takes Jimbo and kind of redirects him a bit away from Matt and turns it so neither of them are facing in that direction. And he goes, Jimbo, you're doing a yeoman's work here, but listen.
Yeoman.
Yes, we need laudanum, opium, some type of opioid, something like that nature, for my buddy Matt. For my buddy Matt, that will help us find Sloan. Do you know where there are some of these drugs?
Why didn't you just say that? Yes, I know where that is. We just need to go to the Asylum.
Okay. Matt, can I have my bat back, please?
Matt nods and hands him the bat.
Garen, you take it from here, buddy. I'm gonna go pace for like 2 years.
Yeah, you go blow off some steam there, Jolly. All right, well, we're in a difficult situation here. Lou, look, I don't fancy very much going to that asylum neither, but it seems that we might need to do so for Matthew and his friend Sloan, and it seems like if we're gonna find the book, our only way to it might be through there. Now, I know that you take care of a lot of the folks who've been through the asylum when they leave.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I don't know what Carrington's been doing in there, but I can't imagine it's good.
I've got a decent idea. See, when I was at the auction house, I didn't get to tell you guys all this, but I was, going about doing some reconnaissance, and see, I found Dr. Carrington. He had like a little office in a VIP area, and I bluffed my way past the guard. And I listened at his door, and he was sawing some things, but it wasn't wood. So I didn't open it because we've seen what he had kind of done with the things that were coming out of the asylum with like the mold and the long arms. So I figured he was probably like mutilating corpses or something, or live people. I don't know. That sounds like what he was doing. And then I found Aurelia, and I followed her, and they wanted the book, and there was an old guy, and then everything kind of blew up, and that's when I ran into you guys. But he's probably just doing really terrible experiments on the people in the asylum. And she kind of, as he says that, she kind of reaches down to like her gut, kind of holds it like and winces.
Well, I don't know how you're feeling, Lou, but I'm feeling like we've been sort of left powerless. And I want to do something to help people. And it sounds like there's people in pain at the church that need helping. It sounds like there's people who need help over at the asylum. And if Carrington's not there, maybe now's the time. And I think, but I don't want to. I don't want to take us there unless you're willing to go there too, because we're gonna need you.
I do know my way around the asylum pretty well. Maybe we could go if you promise no one's going to do experiments on me and you hold my hand the whole time.
What?
I mean, I might have to use the hand at some point, but
For
if
your
it'll make you,
sword.
Yeah, me too.
that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Okay. Well, if it's for the sword, then that's fine.
But if that'll do it for you, then yeah. I think.
I'm not happy about it.
Well, we'll be together. We're all gonna be together, and nobody's gonna leave anybody behind, and nobody's gonna be doing any experiments on anybody else.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you certainly the queen could call in her queen's guard, right? If anything were to happen to
I
us.
mean, hopefully, we'll see. We are in a different Dunwich Arkham than normal. So
that's right. Oh.
yeah. I think we're chaps, but you know, if I recognize anyone, I'll definitely be like, "Hey, come on in, let's help us out."
Old Spawn's like, so you can get there at night. You could go tonight, or you could stay another day. But the longer we wait, the worse it's gonna get.
Well, Joe, you got anything that can help us out? Any supplies? Any information that you haven't already given us? We're kind of taking a Hail Mary here.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything I could have done, I'd have done it myself. But maybe with a group of you can. I don't have much weaponry. I've got a pistol here. And he kind of goes behind his counter and brings out this sort of like stub revolver and puts some bullets down on the counter as well. But with all of my supplies gone, I've loaded them then. But I'm not sure what can be done against the real terror that you'll face there. And I don't know what kind of entrance there is from the asylum to the manor, but probably not going to be a nice one. I'd try and find something to plug my ears with for the music if you're going out there, at least to drown it out a little bit. The longer you hear it, the worse it gets. Aye. And he kind of goes and, he'll bring out some, he's got wax, or he's got, some like earbuds that you can use to drown the sound of
Sometimes these are good just for the asylum anyways, because people are screaming and stuff. Talking crazy.
Yeah, well, hopefully the asylum should not be, should be anyone at home.
Hopefully. Unlikely, I think, though. There's always people in the asylum.
Right.
Joe and Jimbo, you coming with us? Are you gonna help us?
I mean, I will. I go where the queen goes. She's my contact. I mean, she's my queen.
Right. How about you, Joe?
I'm gonna stay here. I don't much fancy going there.
You and me both.
He like crosses his
At this
arms.
point, Jolly will walk over to Matt and kind of not pull him or touch him or move him in any way. He'll just kind of get into his confidence a bit, kind of lean a bit down. Hey Matt, we're gonna keep looking for Sloan. Has he ever gotten lost before from you?
No.
Never? Okay.
No.
All right. Did he ever tell you to do anything? Like I know that whenever my buddy Matt from back in the day, whenever we were roommates, if they told us if there was a fire, we always have a buddy. And if you lost your buddy, you're supposed to have a plan to find your buddy. Did you and Sloan ever have like a buddy plan? Like if Sloan ever said, "Hey, if you can't find me, look for me here," or do this or do that, or drink something maybe. I don't know. Did he tell you anything?
No, and you can quite visibly see his one hand literally just looking for a pocket, like non-stop looking for a pocket. No, I just need him. I just need him.
I do too.
I need him. And he kind of blinks like that, as if like something flashed before his eyes. He goes, "Ah!" He bangs his head against the wall and he's like,
whoa. He kind of reaches around and cups the back of Sloan's head, and he tries to engage him in the eye. And he says, listen, until Sloan gets back, all right? Matt, I had a buddy Matt before, but now you're my new buddy. You got it? Okay, I want you a hand on my shoulder, my hand on your shoulder at all times. Buddy system. And we're gonna find Sloan. And when we find him, we're gonna bring him in. All three of us are gonna be buddies, and it'll be all right. You got it?
Yeah.
If you see something, you hear something you don't like, you just grab hold of me. Got it?
As the second you say that, his arm shoots out and just grabs hold of you tight.
All right, good. See? It's working. All right,
let's
just
point. Both of you can roll me a wild magic surge from Isriva. Thank you, my friend.
All right. Okay.
And yeah, as they're talking, I'm gonna be settling up to Lou and just being like, trying to whisper like, is he okay? Is he going to endanger the mission?
He's just crazy. It's fine.
Craig 659. You can't use magic for 1d4 rounds after being wounded. So that magic abilities in your bat when you're wounded like stagger you. 4063. Any jewelry that you are wearing heats to 500 degrees Celsius. Ooh.
Aren't you glad you're just in a dress?
I know, right? I haven't got any, I'm afraid.
That's good. We'll put on some jewelry in you in a minute.
Oh,
Make a note of that when you next touch the golden fair on you. Thank you to Elijah, donates £6, and Nat 20 for Lindy. Let me check this. I think there's one for Greg as well. Let's go if this will load up. I missed that. Too late on the draw. Let's see what Elijah donated. Nat 20 for Lindy, Nat 20 for Greg if he says, "Yeah, Daddy, I feel the power." Otherwise, Nat 1.
Oh, yeah, Zaddy, I feel the power.
There we go. That's an Nat 20. That needs to be clipped. And taken out of context. So, the two of you kind of rejoin back with the party as Joe, his arms folded. He doesn't look like he wants to come with you guys at all. He says, I can also give you my my vehicle that can get you up there.
Oh, Jolly's right good at driving, he is.
Yeah. And Jimbo, you're coming along. Do you have any? Are you good at anything in particular? I know you've been out here on the streets for a while, but I imagine at some point you had a job or something, right? What do you do?
Well, I don't like to speak about that in mixed company. Looking over at like Sloan.
Oh, he's fine. He's not going to remember what you're saying.
But, yeah, I mean, I can.
Lou actually looks mildly offended when you say that.
Yeah. I've been around. I know how to go unseen. I can get into places. I've been to the asylum before. So I can help you out. Sure. And his hand is like in his jacket pocket this whole time. So didn't mean that one. Sorry. But yeah, I'll be a good use. I promise. I promise.
And if things get hairy, can you fight? You have a I don't know, you serve in the war or anything like that?
Yeah. I know how to. I can use I've shot a gun before. I shot some squirrels when I was younger.
Well, I'm not much of a gunman myself. Never fired one. Don't really feel comfortable with one. But since Joe's giving one up, you're welcome to take it. Arm yourself. Welcome to have you, or happy to have you along for the ride. But I think, fellas, and Lou, we should go tonight. I don't think we should wait. I think Joe's right. It's just gonna get worse.
Yeah, Matt here needs some help. So we should help him.
That's what the Queen decreed.
Also, does anyone need any knives? Because I nicked a whole bunch of them when we were in that auction house. I just like a handful of knives.
Joe's also got knives. Yeah, he's like, I got a few myself in case anyone needs any more, but looks like you got that handled.
Hey, Joe, how are you with healing people? I got a couple scrapes and a bump on my back, and
sure, I can take a look.
That would be awesome.
He'll roll a medicine check. And he's going to roll a first aid. Having somewhat correctly identified the source of your wounds, he successfully applies first aid. You regain a hit point and you regain 1 per day, as long as you change bandages and shit. Which I'm sure you'll find.
What kind of stuff is in this store? I forgot we were in a store.
It's a general store. He's got food, supplies, general useful bits and bobs that make him handy for a. It's you go to the off license. It's kind of got stuff that would be there.
Okay, can I nick some stuff?
You want a nick from Joe? Sure, roll me a sleight hand.
I do. I can't help myself. That's an extreme or something.
Yeah, you nick some
almost
canned sardines from the store.
Can I roll a spot hidden to see if I can see Lindy do that?
Sure. Yep.
I'll just kind of saddle up next to her. It's good. Yeah. Way to maintain cover. And he'll start acting like he's nicking stuff. I fail.
Yeah.
I fail.
Oh no! You were so bad at sleight of hand.
Somebody said in chat that sleight of hand should be much higher.
Yep.
One would think.
Joe's like, oi!
It is above average, though. I'll give that.
Hands off, Jimbo.
Oh boy.
You know the rules.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Get your
Hands off.
Get your spank hand off my sardines.
Yeah, she's gonna just kind of yeah, Jimbo, Joe, Nick, stealing is bad.
And he'll just kind of wink at Lou and just walk back over.
So,
Will, can I look around and see if there's anything that is okay, I'm looking for several different things. Explain to me that the Golden Fernier basically looks like a teapot without the spout, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any teapots in the area?
Joe himself has a teapot. It's much bigger and it's like a real kettle / teapot sort of deal.
Okay, does he have a sugar bowl with one of the lids, or a creamer or something that a stand, something that could roughly, if it was wrapped in something, look like the same size and shape of the Fernier?
Right, you roll me a luck roll.
I can certainly try that. Ooh.
The peas that pop of an offering of sardines. Yeah, no, unfortunately, he doesn't have anything of the like around. He's more of a coffee guy.
Joe,
Ah.
because we're going to the asylum, do you have any rope
Sure.
and bobby pins?
Yeah.
Paper clips. Okay,
He
cool.
will, go and get you some rope and some bobby pins.
Okay. Stick them all in my hair all crazy, the bobby pins. And I had like I already gave everyone lockpicks. I give like
I thought
Jimbo.
I thought you were gonna pay him in canned sardines. What you gonna give him?
Be like, this is for infiltration of the asylum. So, we might need this. I'm
Alright.
gonna tuck the rope in somewhere with my hobo stuff. And alright, well, I guess we're ready to go.
The car's outside, round the back. And
you said you had
Chuck's keys.
You said you had a wax, right, for our ears. You think
Yep.
that'll be enough to keep the music out?
I hope so. It's helped me for brief stints while I've been caught outside. But I don't think they're gonna last if you're out there for, hours. So just don't be outside for too long.
Oh, thank you.
Keep the windows wound up.
Joe, do you have like a music box maybe that we could like play in the car? Maybe I don't know if that would help. I just kind of mess up their music so we don't hear it just right.
You can roll me a luck roll.
Make a nice symphony out of it. I don't know.
Sorry, no.
I'm the lucky person.
I don't much like music. I've lost my taste for it.
Understandable.
Garen's gonna kind of look at Sloan like he wants to say something, but instead he's gonna go over to Jolly and he's gonna say, "Jolly, I don't want to confuse Sloan with what he's going through, but do you think he'll keep that wax in his ear?"
Yeah. Hey, Matt. And since Matt is right beside him, holding on to him, Matt, everybody, you hearing what we're hearing? The weird stuff when we were outside. We're gonna put earplugs in. I'm putting them in too. Everybody's putting them in. All earplugs all around. We're gonna put them in, but we're not covering up our eyes because we're looking for Sloan. Right? Everybody. Sloan, ears, no eyes. Yes, let's go.
Alright. You head outside into the darkness and the car is there. It's very similar to the car you had before. This one's probably a bit more banged up. A bit more of a banged up clapper than the last one you've had, but still kind of like thrums into life as Jolly takes the wheel.
Who's driving? Oh no, it's me. I know. He goes and slides in, and I'm assuming Matt Sloan is like right beside him. Sloan, it's Matt.
I look for ears on Larry to put wax in, and I can't find any, so I just kind of like cover his antenna.
Cover him in wax.
Just
Okay.
cover his like antenna with my hand.
Good idea.
And I'll go ahead and get in the front passenger seat on the other side of Slat.
I'll sit next to Garen.
And sit in the back and also keep an eye out looking for any of those creatures.
I love it. Okay. So, Jolly, are you looking to take kind of back alleys, or are you heading along the main sort of street?
I'll ask the group, back alleys or straight as the crow flies.
Well, you know what I think. I always like the back alleys.
Okay. One for the out.
It's the hobo in me.
As long as there's enough room for you to maneuver around in there, in case we get, I don't know, trapped.
Well, that's why we have Jimbo here. Jimbo is going to be able to point out alleys that will be wide enough for the vehicle, I hope, Jimbo. And
I trust me. I see a back alley. I know if I can fit.
I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to stay here, guys. I might have to just take off on my own.
Why would you do that, Jolly? You're like my best friend.
That's sweet, Lou. It's sweet that you
Besides
think.
Larry. I mean, you guys are like even.
Believe me, I didn't know any of us were even getting top 3 with the slug, so I'm content with the ranking system that we have. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're going back alleys. There's numerous votes for back alleys. Okay, yes. So back alleys it is. Jimbo, point them out. Hand signals. Matt, be looking for Sloan. If you see him, tell me or something, and then we'll make sure we look for him. Everybody look for Sloan. All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and a wild magic surge for Spanky from Charity TK. Thank you, my friend.
I'm gonna help with the looking at the back alleys because it's in my hobo senses.
You know it's Wednesday, Will, when you roll all 4s.
Oh, baby. 4-4-4-4. If you are beheaded, your head speaks in prophecy for 1d4 rounds. That is super cool. A prophetic head.
Every time you die, it's something relatively cool.
This makes me want to kill you.
It makes me want to die, and
Makes me wanna die.
taken out of context in the future.
We should just clip all of these little bits and take them out of context and form a montage of just like terrible things that we say. Alright, so the car thrums into action and the rest of you guys are looking out. Lou and Jimbo, roll me spot hiddens here. You're looking down dark alleys.
Okay.
I'm too distracted by Garen's countenance.
That's a success.
Nice. Yeah, you successfully managed to spot out. You're familiar with the alleys down here, like a route for Jolly and the car to take. The music, as you have your wax in, is definitely deafened, and whilst you're in the car, it's certainly muted. You can still hear it, but it's not kind of like worming its way inside your mind. If you lose focus, that does begin to happen, where you just start feeling that discordant violin on like a loop over and over and over again in your mind, and you start to focus on that. But remaining focused while in the car is fairly easy, as the sound of the engine is drowning out plenty of the noise. You're headed down these dark alleys, and you are yet to encounter anything which you could describe as a creature, and you certainly have not found Sloan yet, either. He does not appear to be there. However, as you break out the dark alleys, headed towards the Asylum, you are no longer in the comfort of the streets and the alleys which hide you from the moonlight. As you come out from this place, I'll allow everyone to roll me a spot hidden. Ooh. Ooh.
I succeed.
Nice. Alright, so not Dr. Pierce, as it says there, but Lou and Jimbo are the two on the lookout. You spot what you would describe to be sort of sludgy protein messes moving along the floor, along the highway, as it were. It looks like where once it was just like that thick mud that you were going for before the first time you were in the car, the mud itself has grown into some kind of life. It's a little bit like flubber, or some kind of like gelatinous sort of mess which is on the ground, which seems to be moving and sliding. There are several different messes or creatures of this size. Some of them appear to be huge, as large as hills, which are moving, and you notice that the hills in this Miskatonic Valley are in fact moving and almost like wobbling as if they were jelly. If you've ever been underneath ground which is kind of like got a lot of water underneath it, becomes quite kind of movable in that sense, that's kind of what you're looking at here. And then there are smaller ones which look to be only as big as like a puddle, which are moving along the ground. They don't seem to have any identifiable effect other than the fact that they're moving. You don't see, nothing's like burning around them, nothing's like being dissolved in acid or anything like that, but it's clear that almost everywhere the ground is crawling with these things. You also hear the symphony is louder the closer you get to the church. It is definitely raised in volume, and you feel like there's now a chanting to it as well, which seems to resonate off the hills. And one of the hills, you can see that there's a fire upon it, several fires in fact, where it looks like groups of people are amassing, which is congruent with what Jimbo told you before, that he's heard voices and people go up onto the the hills to chant at night. So they seem to be on these huge like protein gelatinous masses at night, chanting and calling out to the night. You have to head down this road in order to get to the asylum. At this point, you're not, you're just like pulling out of the alley, so nothing, you haven't ran over anything yet.
I pointed out to Jolly, I'm like, Jolly, there's like a bunch of oozes on the road. It's like if Jello came to life on your dinner plate and it's just blah, 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 running around. And some of the hills may be made of them too.
Okay, so I can see him as soon as she points him out to me, right?
For sure.
Okay.
And they're sacrificing people over there probably or something. There's fire, chanting.
Great.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Will, can I maneuver around these things, or is it something that would be better done on foot, or...
You'd definitely think it would be better done on foot not to touch any of these things. You don't know how a car would go through them, but, if you're going down this road, you're going to go through a lot of them.
And there's no way to, like, zigzag or,
Not really, no. You'd go into buildings. They are sort of everywhere on the ground. It would be possible to hit less of them if you were to, rather than taking the path, just like go through the fields. But the car wouldn't do well, across that kind of terrain.
So it looks like if we maybe hoofed it instead of drove it, we would be better off.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Okay.
You could certainly avoid them. I mean, it's a question of whether or not you think that avoiding them is something important.
Jimbo, you ever seen those blob things there before?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'll give Jimbo some info on this one because you have been around for quite some time. These things are most likely children of Abhoth, which rise up to the ground like worms, and it rains and worms come to the surface. That is what these things are, essentially. They are the worms of Abhoth.
Are they bad? Do they eat people?
They don't eat people, no. Jimbo would know that they are harmless for the most part. They do probably act as like messengers, like a relay system to Abhoth. So if you were to step on one, it's probably that he feels that in some sense.
So we probably don't want to mow them over with the car and let him know exactly where we're headed.
I mean, they don't move that fast. You can see. So, for really quick, we can just kind of squirt right through there. So,
How far are we from that asylum now?
Jimbo, you don't know. You've never been there.
I
It's
know.
out of Dunwich. Yeah, you know what it would be if you're in like normal Arkham Dunwich. It's like 10 minutes by car.
It's not 10 minutes by car. Normally.
or 5 minutes on foot.
Considering the era.
Jolly throws the car into, takes it down to first and then kind of basically shuts it off. All right, what are we doing?
I mean, we don't want to get caught by those people over on the hill. Trust me.
We don't want to step on those things either.
No. I mean, we could move through them, but just gotta be careful. Don't.
Well,
Have you ever stepped on one, Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, not on purpose. No.
But you've been here for a while, right?
I've been here for a short, a while. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just keeping a lookout.
Why don't you lead the way? Because if these things, as you say, are a way to communicate with the landlord of this place. If you step on one by accident, you're already here, you know? You're part of the place. They're not going to think anything different. Oh, that's Jimbo the Spanker. He must be, you know, delirious with dehydration and fluid loss, and he doesn't know what he's doing. So he's just wandering and stumbling again.
Yeah.
And
no,
then
it's
that
happening.
way, if one of us steps on it, if the queen were to step on it, that would be terrible, right?
Yeah. We don't know. Yeah. Right. Yes. And he puts his hand on Jolly's shoulder. I'm with you. I mean, I'll bleed, but I'm with you.
Good. Please remove your hand.
All right.
Gives it a tap.
As you start to head out, let's have a viewer decision here on 20 retweets. Underneath the sign in chat, I want you guys to tell me what else do they encounter. In fact, no. I want you guys to tell me what is in the asylum. What is in the asylum?
Nothing is in the asylum.
That's-
It's empty.
Except for laudanum for days.
Yeah, just
So
lots
much
of
laudanum,
laudanum.
sanity, healing. There's Jesus Christ incarnate in there, which heals you for
Lots
50
of
sanity.
drugs.
Yep, puppies.
And just disembodied hands to do all the spanking for me.
Oh, the dream. So Jimbo, as you are headed out, please roll me. Hey, just give me a dexterity here as you're leading the way to avoid these kind of gelatinous protein masses of mud and flesh. That is an astonishing fail.
What?
Quite
Little
astonishing.
Chippo falls right in.
Can I just say you do have 4 nat 20s? I'm just saying.
Oh, I do. So I don't have my
Just
screen up,
saying.
so I can't see that. I forget about that. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I do have 4 net. I'll remember that next time. Sorry.
No worries. So I really don't mind. So as you step into this, it kind of like starts to sucker on you. Like you've it's like it feels like you put your foot in like a bowl of jelly. It is like cold and wet at the same time, and it just starts to make this kind of noise on your foot, like it's kind of like holding it in there. It does not feel painful, however, but you do hear the music from the church nearby begin to swell in volume, and everybody can roll me a sanity check.
That's why.
Even if
And
we've
that's
rolled it
why-
before
Yes.
for the.
I'm gonna
Like,
nat 20 mine.
Yeah, I'm not 20 mine.
All right.
And you see Jimbo like immediately kind of freak out, like, oh my god, get this thing off of me! And he like pulls a gun out of his right pocket. It's like a small caliber, like semi-auto weapon. It's very, very immaculately cared for. And you know, he's about to start pulling the triggers. He's pulling his foot away.
Can Garen try to grab him and pull him back to see if he can pull him out before he resorts to shooting?
You can roll me a dex. That's 4 sanity lost for Jolly there.
Dexterity.
The music just like bores into your mind. We've got the viewer decision up. We got some kind of priest, ambivalent underemployed employees, body parts which maybe are animated, and fungus. Great ideas, guys.
I use a 3 luck to
Yeah.
make that.
You pull him out again. The symphony kind of like swells down from the church nearby, and you know, normality resumes. You can definitely make your way past the rest of this area, Jimbo. Now that you're being a bit more careful, and head with the group past this area. As you're headed past because you do head past the church cathedral itself. You do hear a ringing of a like a telephone, like kind of a bring 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 going on inside, which does not appear to be answered. And oh damn, that's 666 curses on Moldar. God damn, well played. He deserves it. Now, no one ever curse him again. We go. The time has come. Now that feels like terrible things need to happen in game. Now that Moldog's been cursed 666 times. So, You head past this area, you hear the ringing of this telephone within that seems to go on unanswered as you're headed past it. Does anyone want to stop near the church, near the cathedral? I mean, Jimbo's in the lead, I guess.
No, he thanks the Padre for saving his life and continues to lead the group.
Roll me a listen check. I'll let the group roll this one. Jimbo.
I never need to roll ever again.
I succeed.
Oh, nice. Who do you want to use a surge on, Runkle? Hey, Latu, what's up, my man? So a success from Garen, success from Lou. Nice. So the two of you hear as you're just headed past, you guys are in the kind of back end of the crew. Jimbo just heads straight on with the rest of the party, and you hear someone pick up the telephone, and you hear kind of like murmured whispers. On the extreme success from Garen, you hear, "Why, yes, I do believe that is correct. I'll see to it." And then the phone hangs up.
That just sounds like a normal Southern man to Garen.
Yep.
But he will lean to the group and he'll say, "There's a man in there. Answer the phone. I don't know what that's about, but I have this gut feeling it has something to do with us moving through here. So maybe we want to pick it up a little bit."
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, whatever you say, Padre. And yeah, I'll kind of pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, the voice of the Southern gentleman doesn't seem to haunt you at all as you head away from the cathedral.
He didn't say his name was Isaiah Kane or anything, right? Just out of curiosity.
You don't. In fact, I'll give you on the extreme. You do hear a little tip tap, as though someone's got a walking stick or some kind of cane.
Okay.
As you guys head out, you're away from Dunwich, and the music fades away and doesn't seem to swell as loudly as it was before, now that you're away from many of these large masses. However, these gelatinous mounds of land at times, these huge hills that they're up chanting and singing on, do make for quite a different landscape than you are used to having seen around Dunwich. You are still leading the way, Jimbo. You can give me a navigation here. I'll let Lou also roll navigation because she's familiar with the area. And the Arkham Asylum in particular.
I do have that as a skill. I was like, should I put a lot of points into this?
Oh, damn!
I don't succeed.
Look at that roll. He needed to get under 10, and he rolled a 3 on a D100.
He rolled a hard success.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
Jimbo is our man here.
Yeah.
Hobo buddies for life.
Yeah, he's been spanking around in these parts before, and
I'll point the way, don't worry.
his spanking hand leads the way. So you are going to continue to be able to avoid these things. Sometimes you have to stop and not, walk for a moment and just let these things sliver and slide across the floor, almost like giant slugs. But it's not too long, 20 minutes, half an hour by foot, that you guys come into sight of the Asylum. Spank you very much. The Asylum itself is somewhat differently located in our version of this limbo version of the Miskatonic.
A resplendent
holy shit.
offering.
The tune is £20. Let the fun begin. Tentacle and a wild magic surge for Felix. Jimbo, give that D25 and a D10,000. Thank you, Latu.
There's never been a character, ever, that deserves the table of tentacles more than Jimbo the Spank.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a 1 on that, bro?
We got a 1 on the D25.
This is my own submission. You get the milky tentacle. The wielder of
fitting.
this tentacle can take an action to create 1 liter of milk, cheese, mayonnaise. The tentacle can only be used 3 times per day before the tentacle runs dry.
Only 3?
Only 3 a day. But it does last for a week, so you get like 21 uses out of it.
That's 21 liters of milk or cheese. Gosh.
Oh,
we can roll it in
mayonnaise.
Skyrim.
Alrighty. 3 times a day, milk, cheese, one liter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that this is something that Jimbo already had on him. He's just been keeping this in his backpack for a while, and occasionally he just milks it out. You know, just gives it a little rings it out like it's a towel that you're drying. You know.
A little tug. That's it. That's all it takes.
For Jimbo, it's like a fidget spinner.
He just spins it. Oh, occasionally he just gets it out and has a little twang on it. That's what you have. Let's see what your wild magic surge for Latu is. 6-2-2-2. Lots of let's see. High numbers. Target is suddenly holding 1d4 anvils. Roll me a 1d4, Jimbo.
I'm sorry. Did you just say anvils?
Yes.
And I'm holding an anvil.
He's holding an anvil.
Normally I'm holding the hammer, but today it's the anvil.
Yeah, this is also something which you've been carrying around with you. It's part of your deep cover.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna turn around and be like, guys, we need to get there, so I'm just gonna leave this, and he turns around and puts an anvil down on the ground.
That could be super useful.
He's been overburdened, like in Skyrim. He's like been moving really slow because he's had too much weight on him. He just goes into his backpack, gets out these like 10 anvils, and wheels of cheese. Just gonna drop this on the ground here. He starts walking a lot faster after that. Oh.
He takes that out and then puts a liter of milk on the ground next to it. And like, all right, let's go.
Rings out a liter. He's now a liter lighter. Okay, so the group of you continue on at much more an impressive pace. And you're actually very impressed by Jimbo's strength that he's been carrying with an anvil. It's like he's been, training, it's like an SAS training, anvil on back up the hill. But yeah, you make a much better pace towards the Asylum. It comes into sight, this dark, macabre manse, which is set into the Miskatonic Valley, surrounded by several of these large gelatinous masses. There appear to be no lights on inside, and it is, fairly sort of decorative looking building. This thing could be, have been built like a long time ago, probably pre-Victorian, and it looks like it probably hasn't been repaired in a long time either. At night, as you get closer, you can see this place is in a great state of disrepair.
Does it look in basic shape and form?
Yes.
From the outside, like the same?
It does, yeah. In basic form, you can tell that this is, the same asylum that you'd have been familiar with, driving past every now and again in Arkham. It does look structurally sound as well. It looks like it's, decrepit and old, but it doesn't look like it's gonna, fall over anytime soon.
Lou,
Yep.
Queen, we're here now, and look, this place, it doesn't look like it's even open. It looks like it's completely abandoned. What do you think about that?
I just don't like it very much.
Yeah.
At all, really. And she's gonna like just grab his hand, sleeve, just nervously. But yeah, I don't like this, but we've got to do it, so we gotta go. Let's just go. I could take you to the way I usually slither out if you want to go in that way.
And he'll give her a reassuring squeeze and say, well, yeah, if you think that it's best to go in the back way, the way that then whatever you think is best. I say we follow you.
Okay.
But I think we should all be ready just in case, some of those things are in there. So, and he'll definitely keep an eye out as much as possible.
There's a big gateway entrance which looks like it's got a big chain barred up over it, like this place has been, out of use for a long time, or someone's just, closed to the general public. So you'd have to go through that gate if you wanted to get into the place itself. However, you Tommy's entrance. Tommy's way that he's told you guys about is round the side, so you could probably get in via that if you'd rather not go through the front doors.
That's what Lou wants to do. She's familiar with that entrance.
Okay, let's do that then. So you head round the side, and it's not long before you do see this kind of like garbage chute, which Tommy's spoken about. It's small though. It looks big enough for not very athletic person to fit through, but if you're like a medium-sized bloke, you're probably not going to be able to get through here with ease.
It's smaller than I remembered.
Yeah, I don't know if I can squeeze through that, Lo.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anybody want to touch that?
We're all thinking about it.
We all watch the ball go through the air. No one swings.
We're so much better than it, right?
Well, I mean, if you don't want to try, we could go through the other entrance.
I mean, I'll try, but I don't want to get stuck in there. What's it like?
Well, it is a garbage chute, so it's a little like wet and like sticky or slimy, and depending on the season, it can be a little warmer than usual. But
we have to go up that shaft, right?
yeah,
Okay.
if that's the way we want to go in, there is another door. The front door.
I'm game for whatever you want to do, Lou. Whatever you think is best.
Do I think that Jolly and Garen are gonna be able to fit through here?
Probably not, no.
Okay, I'm like, yeah, I don't think we should split up here. Let's just use the front door.
That is the door that I'm more accustomed to, so we'll go that way.
Boring, but it's fine.
Okay. So you guys go back to the front entrance? Okay.
Yes.
Alright. The gate is still barred, so you'd have to find your way through and or over that.
Is it like barred and locked, or just barred?
Yeah, it's barred and locked, so you probably need to unlock it and then unbar it.
Alright. I'd like it. I'll try to.
Okay, sure thing. Give me that sleight of hand.
That's a extreme. Oh no, we almost did extreme. That's a regular. Lock picking.
Okay, yeah, you kind of clunk, and the heavy lock just comes off and you kind of unchain it. It takes a minute or two to
keep
get
it.
this thing off.
I'll keep the chain in the lock.
Yeah, you can then unbar the gate with a huge kind of heaving. This place opens up, and as you push open this heavy black gates, you see the doors to the asylum open before you. Words above read, "Welcome to Arkham Asylum."
We're It's the official tour. This is the front entrance where there should be some wheelchairs and like straight jackets all on hooks. And lab coats for the people who work here. And then we go just further in and there's more stuff.
There appears to be a statue in here as well, made out of an old dark marble, which looks to be of a woman. But you're around the back of it at the moment.
Let's take a look at the statue.
I was gonna say I'll bite.
Do I remember this being here the last time I was here? Is this a
Definitely
different-
not. Definitely no statues.
This statue was not here the last time I was here.
Well, the last statue we saw was very telling. And he'll walk around to the front of it.
It's a statue of Lou, clearly pictured there, and it reads Queen of Bohemia. She looks very cruel. She is not depicted in a funny or friendly manner. She's drawn more like a Quentin Blake illustration, or like a character out of Dishonored or something like that. It looks like a very caricatured, and she's like struck with like dark makeup around her eyes. She clearly looks to be cutting quite a striking visage.
And yeah, you see like Jimbo like look over at Lou and see like he's very confused by this. It's like they go all out, huh? And y'all like no, I mean he sounds like normal when he says that. Like he's been kind of twitchy and whatever, but he's like, they go all out. Don't they?
Apparently. I'm gonna look and see if there's any type of name on here other than Queen of Bohemia. Like it says Lucille something.
Nope, the only writing on it reads Queen of Bohemia.
Okay, but you do see Lou like looking for like all around like the name plaque and stuff. She's gonna be like, that's right interesting there then.
Well, don't worry too much about it. Like with Squire Sloan, that statue we saw before. This isn't you, Lou. This is a different. There are different worlds, and this is obviously not as nice of a Lou as you.
Guess we'll find out.
Well,
It's I definitely think they got my proportions right though.
And Jimbo like goes up to Lou and like whispers like, "Why? The symphony did this?"
She's kind of just gonna shrug and be like,
I don't.
maybe maybe there's something else on, like a spy in the symphony, and they're like trying to blow cover. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this, so just play it cool.
All right.
All right. Let's.
Who's headed through the doors?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go through.
I'm gonna. I'll grab Garen's hand and go last. But let's just sit in the back for a minute and then go through once everyone else has walked through.
All right, Lou.
Okay.
We can go in last, but Jimbo, before you go in, take a look, and Garen's gonna look around too, just making sure there's none of those crazy symbols that almost fried us before outside the mill. Like nothing that looks like
Correct.
it might be a spell.
It doesn't look like there are any wards over the doors into the asylum. For the most part, it looks completely empty.
Hope it's empty.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I don't see anything. And he motions, puts his hand up, motions there. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah.
Try the door, Jim.
Go ahead and start pushing the door open just a little bit, very slowly.
You open up into a reception area where there's a front desk, door behind it which looks to lead into some kind of office, and a main set of doors which look to lead into the wings of the asylum itself. It's old, decrepit in here. Doesn't look like it's been touched in years.
Okay. Lou's gonna she's still really on edge, but she's gonna breathe like a little sigh of relief as she sees no one behind the desk.
Oh. See, you got this, Lou.
Yeah,
You got this.
No one's here. No one's, put a knife to me yet.
Well, nobody's gonna do that. We're all here together, so.
All right, let's. We're just. Do we know where this passage is? We need laudanum. Where I would know where they keep the drugs, right?
Sure. You know that the doctor's offices are where they would store the drugs, and they would be locked up.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I lead them to the doctor's. I'm like, if we want to find Sloan, we might try looking in the doctor's offices, Jolly.
You hear that, Matt? Let's go. She's good at finding people. Finds all kinds of things.
Okay. So you want to head into the wings of the asylum?
Yes.
Okay. So you open up the doors into the passageways, and you see long, cool corridors ahead of you, which are untouched, looks like for years, but recognizable to Lou as being the same ones that she's been locked in before. Down here, you see the odd sort of, old rickety wheelchair which has been kind of cast aside, some tables that have been kind of turned over and left here. Looks like the place was probably left in a hurry and just degraded over years. You've got several wings to go down. They label them A, B, C. Like the doctors are in the C wing where they keep their offices.
Okay.
Which is off to your right at the moment. You're kind of at an intersection where you could go every which way. A to your left, B in front of you, C to your right.
What is an A-wing?
A wing and B wing are both where they keep the inmates.
Okay, we need to go to C-wing. This way. And
Jimbo is leading the way, or is it Lou?
Yeah, if you're once the queen speaks, Jimbo heads that way.
Okay.
Jolly will take this moment to move in front of Matt and have Matt, if you will, put his hand on the shoulder from behind Jolly, and Jolly will turn to Sloan Matt Slat and say, "Hey, you remember how to get out of here? Go backwards, go out the front door."
He kind of looks around and kind of just looks. His head tilts for a while. Yeah.
All right. Well, anything were to... Remember how I always told you have a plan? If you get separated from your buddy, you always have a place where you go, and then you find your buddy there, right? Remember that? All right. If something were to happen where we're not where we're supposed to be, that weird statue out front? Go back and just kind of get behind that. I'll find you there. All right?
Okay.
All right. Hey. And he kind of turns around for a second, kind of lifts his chin up a bit. Hey, we're almost there. Almost got Sloan, right? I told you. Yeah. All right, Maddie, let's do this. He turns back around.
Jimbo, as you lead the way, roll me a spot hidden.
Alrighty.
Jimbo.
It's quiet in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. We're good. Start walking through the door.
Yeah, you head through and enter into the passageway which leads around in like a semicircle. You'd think where each down here are different doctors' offices and different rooms which are labeled. Some of them look to be for like electroshock therapy, and that's where they'd go and try and shock you into feeling better again, which from Lou's experience does not help, and ended up driving a lot of people insane or killing them. A lot of people would have died from that. The place is very quiet though as you head down, and you do come to one of the doctor's offices, the name of which has been faded and scratched out from existence. You can see the start of doctor, but other than that, the rest of it looks like it's just peeled and faded away from disuse. The door is closed.
I'll turn around to Lou and be like, "It's a doctor. Like, we can try this, right? Yeah."
Yeah. Would I know whose office that is, even without the name gone, or would it just be, or would I know at least it's not like an electrotherapy doctor? Like this one definitely used drugs.
Yeah, you could roll me a some kind of history check. Let's see.
I don't know. There's like a.
It's like remember shit. I guess you could roll me a luck, just a straight luck roll to see if you can remember.
Okay. Yeah. That's a difficult success.
Yeah. You remember that this is definitely not an electroshock room. This is, a room that you remember trying to break into several times before. It's very well guarded.
Yeah, this was usually like super well guarded. Not electrotherapy, drugs.
Well, I mean, they guard drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
They do.
And he'll try to open the door.
Yeah, it opens up with ease, and before you is a desk. which looks, everything in here looks very messy, and there is definitely a drug cabinet, which appears to be unlocked.
Unlocked.
Yes.
Lame.
And he'll just kind of look at Lou and just be like, "Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's a drug cabinet. It's unlocked. It's fine.
Maybe we'll find Sloan." He
Hopefully.
Turns around and hopes he gets it right, looking at Kip.
Yeah, okay.
Is everyone inside, or are you guys waiting out in the hall?
I'm kind of standing like just inside the doorway after it opens up.
I'm trying to keep an ear out as we're getting to, like, do I hear footsteps or any other sounds that suggest that there's maybe movement or anywhere around us besides us?
You could roll me a listen check.
Sure.
Get in on that action too, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't hear anyone moving around here. The only sounds are of the group of you moving inside the doctor's office. Occasional like creaking and normal sounds of something which is, creepy and old.
Garen will have in his left hand his rosary out, and he's sort of lightly playing with that. But he's going to hold on to Lou's hand like he said he would, and wherever she goes, if she goes inside, he'll follow.
Yeah, she'll go inside to the cabinet because she's familiar with Asylum drugs.
Yeah, you open up the cabinet and there are 5 neatly ordered and very clean-looking bottles of laudanum. They are on the bottom shelf, and they look far newer than anything else that is around here.
Well, this
Wait.
isn't suspicious at all.
Right. Wait. Do
You
these
know,
look
if
like
they
the
wanted
same
to make it
bottle?
less suspicious, they should have left everything locked.
Is that again, Greg?
I would have never.
Did these look like the same bottles that he used before?
They look
Like,
pretty...
did these?
I mean, Sloan probably has like an empty bottle on him. You could compare it.
Yeah, he.
Yeah.
Matt, can I? Oh no, he wouldn't.
No, because they're all dissolved.
Clothes are gone.
You're right. Clothes
Oh,
dissolved. Yeah. Yeah, nothing to compare it to. You think they look similar? They don't look like, those ones were like huge grey bottles and these ones are tiny red ones or anything.
Okay.
Same color, same, shape, but
Would any of us know what laudanum smells like? We've taken it before.
I've taken it before, you're
Lou
right.
would know. She's been in a lot of asylums.
Lou.
Yeah, I know
this
what laudanum's like.
Yeah. I was hoping there'd be a
someone tell-
whole lot of it so we could have fun, but
Lou,
yeah.
could you smell this? Smell this
Mm-hmm.
and see if it is laudanum.
Yeah, I can do that.
Smell it.
Will it now? You give
Do
it...
it.
Do it now! You give it a good...
Come on.
You give it a good hard sniff. It definitely smells like laudanum to you.
It definitely smells like laudanum to me.
Pretty pure shit as well.
Really pure shit. I mean, this stuff right here.
That's the shit
This
you're
is
always
like
trying to
what they
get a
give-
hold of,
Yeah,
the doctor
I know,
stuff.
this is the stuff they give the super crazy, so they never gave it to me, because
Yeah.
I'm not.
They probably distilled it for, lesser case patients.
They did. And although they were being cheap and they were trying to make it last longer, they dilute it and then give it to us. But this is the good stuff.
Okay, are there still as many vials as there were before we touched them?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So there are 5.
They're like,
But we're
Okay,
not
we got
just checking
legit.
this one office, is all I'm saying.
okay, well, I'm just saying that there's 5.
There's
Okay,
only
we have
3.
no-
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm kidding.
Right.
There are 4 vials. Sorry.
Can we shit, I mean, there's no way to know this, but give it to him. Can I check and make sure there's no like symbol on any of these?
They're,
Like,
they're
look,
unmarked bottles. They don't have any label on them.
all right. He will take one of them and kind of cup it in his hand and walk over to Sloan, kind of keeping the bottle hidden for right now. Matt, Matt, I think we know where Sloan is.
Sloan.
Yeah. Hey, Matty, hey, I hope this works, okay? And if it doesn't, we're still gonna find him, all right? And he undoes his hand and shows the vial to Matt.
Almost like instinctively, like the hand was like something of its own. It quickly snaps it out of the hand and instantaneously just downs it. And as that done, she just looks straight.
Matt, are you in there?
It was just a single blink and just a...
Did we find you, Sloan?
Jolly. Where are we?
Tall, dark, and creepy, he's back!
Okay, what the hell just happened?
That's just Sloan. It's, you know...
You went away for a little bit, Sloan.
Away. Last thing I remember, How is the good father?
You saved him.
Excellent. I'm glad. And he looks down and notices he's wearing a dress. Were these the best clothes you could find?
Yes, they are the
mistake you made.
finest, Sloan. Do you not think that I would bestow upon thee the finest clothing in my possession?
They are very pretty.
Okay, good.
Outside Garen and Jolly and Sloan, you hear the kind of zzz of machinery from back the way you came. A sound of like big clunking noise as something's being moved on a gurney, and then the kind of jolt of electricity, like the electroshock machine is alive.
I'm gonna search for like a doctor's jacket, white coat to put on.
Does Lou hear this? She's a
Sure.
little...
Yeah, the group you can. You can roll me a luck check, Sloan, to see if that.
I'm wondering.
Okay, immediately you see.
Oh yeah, I
You
pass.
see Jimbo go to the edge of the door, like in a proper stance, like looking around the corner. You're like,
Lou.
what was that?
Lou jumps behind Garen and it like clutches him.
It's all right. It's all right. Whatever it is, we don't have to go there. That's not where we have to go. I hope. Hey, Sloan. We don't got time right now, but just wanted to say thank you for everything you did for me, and I'm sorry about the dress.
It is fine.
You didn't like the dress?
Well, I like it. I like it. It's just, he, let's go get out of here.
The dress is growing on me.
I picked one that would suit your complexion.
So I'm just gonna go over to the laudanum and start picking it up.
Peach does great for your undertones.
Yeah,
There's like one less vial of laudanum when Sloan goes to pick it up.
Okay, well, I don't know how many there were, so I
Yep.
got 3.
Did you just get 4 laudanum?
There were 3.
Lou,
What?
the fucking laudanum.
He's got it. I don't.
How many does he have, Lou? Lou.
Well,
fuck's sake.
he has 4.
the sound of the gurney moving
Well,
and
it is
rattling
belly.
comes along the corridor towards you.
I dive behind.
You guys are hiding.
We're not done yet, Lou.
Sure, if everyone else is hiding, so not hide.
You guys can roll me stealth checks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just inside the doorway, just kind of leaning against the wall.
I succeed.
Nice.
Shesh.
Oh, boy.
Garen will draw his sword, and he'll also hide kind of behind the desk. Is there like paperwork on the desk? Is there anything that looks like it might have a name on it or information on it?
There is. It looks like most of it's rotten away, but you could definitely take a look through it.
Okay. Can he just kind of stuff it away for later?
Sure, yeah. Bag it.
I
Everybody...
spend a few luck and I succeed.
Nice. The group of you succeed in your stealth check as this, gurney gets pushed along by 2 employees. who are wearing the staff uniform of this place and pushing it along. They are thin and ghoulishly desiccated and malnourished looking. Their skin is sagging, their eyes are kind of like almost recessed into the back of their heads, and they are just like pushing this thing along. You can see that there is a body on the gurney which they're pushing. Got a covering over it. You hear as they kind of like push it past and wordlessly open up like a chute in the side of the wall and push the body down into the chute. Then they move on.
Why are we in this, I'm assuming, asylum?
The asylum.
Why?
You needed them because you were Maddie.
I was who?
Matthew.
Matt? Do you know Matt?
I know a name, Matthew, yes.
You were Matthew, and you were crazy, and you were talking about voices and how we had to find Sloane, so we found you. You're welcome.
You weren't crazy. You were just, young.
Right. Well, I do not believe this is the time to discuss such things. There must have been another reason to come here.
Oh yeah, also we gotta get to the manor, and there's supposed to be a passageway here to the manor from here. Because we're not
Whoa.
in Dunwich, we're in Dunwich, and there's weird stuff going on.
And what is in the manor that we seek?
You hear a crackling, as though a radio or tannoy has come alive, and a voice begins to speak through it. Well, my friends, it seems as though you are in a predicament. I will be able to help you, though, if you like to head downstairs to the basement area. You can find yourself getting towards the manor real fast.
That's that voice I heard talking on the telephone on our way over here. Same fella.
He was in the church full of bad people.
Well, Sloan, we're looking for the book, and we have information that suggests that the book is in the manor, and we have to get it back, or otherwise bad things are going to happen to the world.
Yes.
That's it in a gist.
Very well. Then I suggest we head towards the manor. Does anyone know how we get there from here?
Well, the guy on the radio the ominous voice just said, go down to the basement where they do the lobotomies. It's fine, everything's fine. I don't like this plan.
Lou,
So-
where does the chute go?
The chute? I would assume that the chute goes to like either a dumping pit where the bodies go to be taken to the coroner, or it's just like a cremation, like.
Right, it leads down into what's referred to by the inmates as the hole. The bodies are like shot down a chute, but there's also an area which is used for like punishment. If you were down in the hole, that's kind of where, you know, if you're on the worst, you've done something really bad, they put you down there, and it's like sensory deprivation sort of area.
Okay. So that leads down to the hole. It's where the bodies go and where they put you if you've done something really bad. It's like sensory deprivation, but sometimes like to get creative and do stuff like this. And she's gonna kind of lift up her shirt, and you're gonna see a bunch of scars across her stomach, where some impromptu surgery was done thanks to a wild magic surge, and part of her intestines were removed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, if there's a secret tunnel that leads to the manor, it's probably through the basement, right?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Probably. Probably.
You don't know?
I know that it's here. I've found that out, and I mean, you know, the voice didn't sound that terrible. I mean, you know, maybe they're here to help us. Who knows?
Would you say your source of information about the secret passage, a reliable source?
And he, you know, see him kind of looking at Lou, and like in the last few minutes, like he's had this skeptical look on his face after all the business with Sloan and Matt, and seeing Lou's surgery scars. But I don't know. I mean, my source of information, it's reliable, sure. Like, got the same source as Lou, wouldn't you say?
Jolly clears the room and moves directly over in front of Jimbo. And he puts his hand on the pocket where the gun is being held. So it is impossible to either get a hand in or back out of the pocket. And he stares directly at Jimbo and he says, "Who told you to tell us there was a tunnel here?" Who
listen.
gave you the information, Jim?
Hey, okay, all right, listen. I work for the same people that your friend Lou works for, okay? She's my contact here, so I'm just giving her the information that was passed to me.
I'm not playing telephone, Jim. I don't care where it went from you. How did you get it? Who gave it to you?
My contact in the symphony, my previous contact with the symphony said that where it was, just in case we needed it. I'm just here as an observer, and I'm waiting on my next part of the assignment, and she gave me the code word. She hasn't, and now I'm starting to get scared because I don't think she's all there. And I'm tired of acting like I'm not all there. And so
All right, Jimmy.
Do I hear him accusing me of not being all there?
Yeah,
In the asylum?
definitely.
I look very offended, and I just gonna ball up my fist a little bit. I'm not crazy.
I didn't say you were crazy. I just said you might not be all there.
I know alternative words for crazy.
Who is, though? Have you seen this shit going on? This isn't normal. I didn't sign up for this. This is my first fucking mission, okay?
The two employees come back along with another body. They seem completely ambivalent towards you. Another body goes down a chute.
Just yelling and arguing, and they just ignore.
Yeah.
And
I
walk
feel
by.
that this
Zero
is
tension.
not the time, nor the place. Now, I do not know who you are. Jim, was it?
By the way, anyone with a cult
Actually-
can definitely roll in a cult when they hear symphony.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I know shit, don't I?
I know, slow down. Oh, you're gonna be rolling.
Oh, no.
Actually,
That's
my name's Felix. If it's Felix.
You know what?
Felix Kruger.
I'm actually going to
It's
spend...
my first day excuse.
It's my
14
first mission.
I'm going to spend 14 luck to make that a success. So, my occult is a success.
Nice.
This person Jolly's not rolling.
Cool. Garen, are you rolling on this?
No, no.
Okay. So Sloan. I'm actually just gonna give this one to Garen. Sloan and Garen, you know similar but somewhat different things about these guys. Sloan, these guys are hunters of all things occult. They are collectors of everything that could be considered evil. Or potentially evil. Things like the Necronomicon, things like the Golden Ferronnier, these artifacts of great power. These guys are like the Indiana Jones Nazis of the world. Always after, the next item of power that could bring the world to some kind of order. You know that they are interested in some kind of, new world order, restructuring of society. Exactly what that is or how that comes about, you've got no idea. These guys are considered crazy. They were, almost famous in occult societies years ago, but lately they've almost been unheard of. And I mean, these guys are the boogeymen of, of the society. So many people wouldn't have even heard about them. But Sloan, in particular, being a guy who reads into this stuff, you're the kind of I know who's the Illuminati and they're really famous kind of thing. But recently they've fallen out of favor. It's like they've, you don't know if they've lost membership or they're just not cool anymore. But
Do I
happened.
know of their fanatically racist beliefs?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be aware that these guys are would be considered certainly modern day racists. And certainly, I mean, you might not have the same opinion as we would have of these guys now. But certainly you have an understanding that they do not accept all people.
Okay.
Garen, these guys are like church assassins. As in, like, they assassinate members of the church. They will happily... If you guys like Templars, these guys are like, you know, the bad guys or the Templars are out there to hunt. You guys are... If this is Assassin's Creed, you're the Templars, these guys are the assassins. So, they're nasty people. You do not get along with them at all. And, you know, you believe in one god. These guys believe in summoning eldritch beings in order to be super racist and horrible. That's what you know of the symphony. So, hey, Felix.
Jimbo, you're saying that you're a member of the symphony?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was recruited last year, and this was, like I said, they said go to this town, keep a lookout. We'll send your contact, and they said we're on the lookout for a book or something. And so, yeah. I mean, you know, sat in on a couple meetings. I recognize that guy's voice. I don't know who it is, but they really like him.
He's with the symphony too.
Yeah, like he's like the top guy. Like they like worship him. I don't know who he is. I mean, I'm being a straight shooter here, okay? So
Lou's just like,
but she's the one that came right up and said, "I'm the Queen of Bohemia." I mean, I could pull up. I don't have my code book with me, but that's literally what they said. They were like, so.
That was your code word.
Yeah, and so that's why. What do you think I've been? You think I really do all this? You think I would debase myself and be homeless and just spank all day? No, it's a cover. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes.
So that's really dedication. But wait a minute. Wait, the code was Queen of Bohemia?
Well, they would introduce themselves as the Queen of Bohemia. Yes, I mean that was like the sentence to listen for, and there it was. Here we are.
Not just like Queen, or not just like Bohemia. It was Queen of
Bohemia. Yes, the whole phrase. I mean, it's an odd phrase. You wouldn't just hear that every day, right?
No, but it is the phrase that was written on that statue out there of the Lu that isn't Lu.
Yeah, hence my my anxiety and apprehension since we've come in here. I'm getting a little freaked out here too. This is some weird shit.
Jolly turns and looks back at Lu.
Yeah, Sloane's looking at Lu as well.
Hey, you know what? I just kind of hit my mind. Sloane, you've been in and out a bit, but maybe you can help me here.
Yes.
Not once did we hear her refer to herself as the Queen of Bohemia, Queen of Cardboard Town, and all this shit. But then she cuts out for a little bit, and we come back, and there in the book, Queen of Bohemia, and that's
Which
Lu.
would indicate one of two things. One, she has been withholding that information. Or two, she is this version of Lu.
Garen looks to Lu, too, but then he looks back and he's like, no.
Keep in your pants, Padre. You know, there's no contests right now.
We are
We're
just
trying to connect the dots.
we are just trying to figure out what is going on. Now, please, Lu. would you
yeah.
explain the name.
I'll make the name?
Yes.
My titles? Like one of my many plethora of titles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why that one in particular?
Well, it sounded fancy.
It sounded fancy.
It did.
And it's just so happened to have the code word for the symphony. Yes?
Apparently. Okay. All right. This might look bad, but I've an explanation for everything.
Please, continue.
Okay, so we're gonna rewind a little bit, like 6 years or so. You know, like 6 to 8 years. I don't know how long it's been. I woke up in a back alley with a big lump on my head and blood everywhere, and I was all beaten up and bruised, and I didn't know who I was or where I was, but I woke up behind Jenkins' hardware store, and all I had on me was this locket that says Lucille, and so ever since then I've just been making everything up because I don't know who I actually am or where I am.
You hear another crackle over Latanoi. Lucille, my sweetheart, if you could just come right on down and see me again, that would be marvelous.
Is this all the two-way radio?
I
have amnesia, and that's why they put me in the asylum, is because, you don't remember things, and you say that to people, they're like, oh, she's crazy, they stick her in there.
Oh my god, you're actually just crazy. Oh fuck.
Not crazy! I just don't remember anything before I was like 16-ish. Yeah, also sometimes I don't know if Cockney, I don't think Cockney is the actual accent, but it's a lot more hobo street kid because I didn't have anywhere to live because I didn't know who I was.
This is a lot of information, Lou.
I'm sorry.
You don't remember anything from before that time?
Mm-mm. I'm just guessing that my name's Lucille because and Jenkins was a hardware store. It made a good last name.
Still doesn't explain the fact that you said that.
Yeah,
Unless,
yeah,
of course.
it's fancy. I like fancy things. I have a fancy dress. You're wearing one of my fancy dresses. By the way, peach is an excellent color on you.
Thank you.
Yes, it really brings out guys. But yeah, I just sounded fancy. I needed something really fancy. I also added and the Seven Kingdoms when I wrote the book, and then
Yes.
yeah, because it
I do
sounded
remember.
like, very fancy.
It is just odd that
Queen of Cardboard Town is a legitimate one. I worked hard for that one, and vice president of the Underbridge Association. Duchess of the Freight Hoppers Guild. That one may have been a bit bluffed.
Indeed. However, it is odd that you never mentioned that title before we came here, before you disappeared and returned. And then all of a sudden, that is the code word for this gentleman over here. Now, there are a number of possibilities. The two most prominent are, one, perhaps you are telling the truth, Lou, and you do not know what has
I'm
happened.
not at all a
perhaps
repulsive liar. Since I
it was
don't say.
something inside you that automatically just spoke. Or alternatively,
See, we just lost
Jim
the doctor,
here.
and I felt like we were missing somebody. And this guy was like, "Hey, I know you. Like, cool." I was like, "Cool, yeah, hobos for life." And so I was just bluffing all the stuff, and it worked.
yes, so that would indicate that Jim, you are lying about the code word, and that you were using just that phrase because you heard it from her, and you are singling on that.
Or maybe this is just a crazy random happenstance.
Or perhaps that. Yes.
I really do hate to agree with someone who's obviously mentally unhinged. No offense, ma'am. But I try to take this is my first mission. I don't want to mess this up. I just joined this organization. Why would I lie about this?
May I
Doing a
suggest
great job,
join another organization?
What?
May I suggest you join another organization? Do you know what they do?
They just told me that they look for artifacts that are too dangerous in the hands of normal people. So they just have people out looking around for things to keep people safe and to make a better tomorrow. I don't know. Got out of the military and didn't really get to fight in the last war, and here I am just wanting to make a difference. I'm not the bad guy here, okay? I was taken in by this charlatan who somehow cracked our codes. And
Evidently,
Wait,
This is why you don't tell people you have amnesia. They think you're crazy, and they put you in the asylum.
You definitely
There's
get
an
a
easy way to
sense
do it.
that Felix doesn't appear to be lying. He seems definitely distressed about this, but he certainly believes what he's saying, as does Lou.
We're both telling the truth.
but I mean,
Jolly checks to make sure he still has the Fernier on him.
Yeah.
I only nicked one bottle of laudanum. That's it. I haven't stolen that yet.
Well, I'm just checking. I'm just making,
That's on you.
pat.
I'm glad I haven't
Okay.
stolen that yet, because that would look even worse.
Look, Lou, she helped us even since she reappeared. she risked her life to work with us, and she wouldn't have had to have done that if she was playing some kind of game. That doesn't make any sense. This is our Lou. This is the same Lou that we've been with the entire
You
time.
can ask Larry. Larry knows.
Forgive me, Garen, but I feel that your emotions could potentially be fogging your judgment. This is purely from a logical point of view. I hope you understand.
Okay, so, and he raises his hands up and pulls his left sleeve down, and you see the outline of a faint tattoo of a violin. We're like, if she actually works for us, just check her out. She'd have this. Everybody has
Check
one.
me out.
Padre, I think of anybody, you'd be the most trustworthy in this case.
Do you have the tattoo, Lou, on your arm there?
Not that I know. I haven't seen any tattoos on me, but there's some parts of me that I just can't see.
Well, we don't have time for...
Look.
All right. Look, Jimbo, you're a member of a very dangerous, evil organization. And that we're even entertaining what you're saying it seems crazy to me. Look, this guy downstairs, he's a member of the Symphony. And the Symphony, they're bad news. You're bad news. How can I believe anything that you have to say?
He's told me
Well,
stuff.
first off, Felix, but I get it. You just
Felix, before you say anything, could you hand me the gun that's in your pocket, please? As I am staring at you, guiding your wrist into your pocket, as you pull the gun out as I'm standing over on the other side. Because I don't want to touch your direct hand because of your deep cover operation.
Well, I mean, I was always just cleaning my gun. I was literally, that's what he pulls out. It's like shiny. It's like, that's all I was doing. I mean, everybody
It
just
looks great. I'll take that. He's going to take the gun. Are you going to fight him for it, or?
No, he hands that gun over. Sure.
Thanks. And now,
Hey, like I said, I'm not the bad guy here. I was just doing my job. I was just on a
Lou.
mission.
pull up your sleeves, Lou.
She'll pull up her sleeves.
Got a lot of grime on those arms. But, you know, lick your finger and kind of like rub away at some of that grime, and there's a very old, very faded tattoo of a violin, which is almost completely hidden by all of her grime.
Can I have my gun back now? I told you.
No.
Just saying.
I do believe that this one perhaps could be just a grunt and not even just here for the quick payday. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Claire's gonna be staring at her arm like,
I wouldn't call it like here for the quick payday. I mean, like I said, this is literally my first mission. I've been in 2 meetings before I came on this, and I've been waiting for my contact to show up. And here she is, apparently, even unbeknownst to her. So that's upsetting. So yeah, I'm just as confused as y'all are.
Hey Lou, can I have you that little pen that you like to remember the inkwell thing that you drew up Garen's his license to carry that big sword he has?
yeah, she's gonna look. She looks very confused and surprised, and she's like, "Yeah, Jolly." Yeah. And she's gonna hand him like 3 different pens.
Okay. Hey, and with that,
I have
this is
16 on me.
this is a very delicate question, but I think we can clear this all up. Can I borrow, in your sight, your necklace for a second?
My necklace.
You can see it. I'm not going to put it. It'll
Just
be right here dangling.
Borrowing it. You're gonna give
Just
it back.
borrow. Nope, not nicking it. Promise.
She's gonna look over at Garen.
Hey, cross my heart, Padre.
He looks a little betrayed.
She's gonna be like, kind of like pull it off. She's be like kind of like her hand's a little shaky. She's gonna hand it over.
Jolly will take the necklace, and he takes
And she
the
doesn't
gun.
take her eyes off the necklace.
He keeps the necklace dangling, and he pulls Felix's gun out, and he takes it over to Sloane, and he says, "Pick one of these and put them in your mouth. We'll know what the fuck's going on."
Sloane will kind of visibly. Are you sure that is something?
No. Do I look like I should be in fucking charge? No, but this is all I can think of.
Normally, I'm the leader.
I understand you want to, but considering what you told me previously,
We got enough of your go juice to keep you unmatted for a while. So, if we need to know, if not, we roll with both of these people. Because quite frankly, if she, let's say that Lou's telling the truth, that she got kicked in the head and she doesn't remember who she is. But what if before all that shit, she was that statue outside with the cruel eyes and stuff, running around as some type of symphony wonder kid?
would that matter? She is what she is now, not what she was.
What? Christ, Sloane, we've seen some crazy shit. What if somebody snaps their fucking fingers or shows her a lollipop or something, and that boom triggers her, and all of a sudden she's back to being like the queen of Bohemia, who's like a killer or some shit.
It is very possible. And I will consider it, but you have to consider what actions happen afterwards if we get the answers you do not want. Are you prepared to go
I don't.
through?
You know I am.
Yes. Yes, I think I knew. Very well. However, I am deeply apprehensive about doing this, but if you believe this is the only way.
I don't. It's up to you. It's up to you. You and the Padre. You guys make the call here. I'm just giving you the options. I'm presenting them.
This will get this.
Once self-proved, this is it. This is the proof. This is. If we want to know about Lou, this is the proof, right?
Please. Okay. Okay. Give me the necklace. And he takes it and he heads over to Lou. Lou.
Yep.
Would you mind putting this necklace into your mouth, please?
I mean, would you rather just kiss? Would that, like, it's like a short, I feel like this is taking it the long way around, but sure, okay.
And then I take it back out. And then I sit down and
It tastes like lentils, it's not me, it's the fungus.
puts it in his mouth and kind of waits and then takes it out, puts it down, and I think it's a power roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's an extreme success. I've got like a power of 85, so that's extreme.
That's
Roll the
impressive.
5.
So, extreme. Sloane, you touch the necklace and begin to say your words in order to get some kind of faint memory, future, past, or present of this thing. And you close your eyes, and once again you open them up, and you're in that strange, distorted vision that you have when you're in these visions. You're in a house somewhere. It's a nice looking house, as far as you can tell. The vision, the corners of your vision are like blurry right now. That's the way how you can tell that you're in one of your like weird dream sequences. And there is a little girl, and she is sitting down and she's playing with her toys, and you're not sure whose body you're in right now, but you certainly don't feel like you have that ability to speak. You look down, you're in a man's body, you're tall, you're wearing a suit, and you just put down your pipe, you're walking with a cane. The little girl looks up with a smile, and the body that you're in says, "Lucille, my darling, come here." The little girl runs over and jumps up into her father's arms. "I wanted you to have something very special. You're the most special thing in the whole wide world to me." Goes into his pocket. He draws out the necklace and places it around her neck. "I know that one day you'll come back to me. I've got to go away for a long time, but I'll be back too. Don't you worry. I'll be back. You remember that. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu Nameless.
No, it's not that time already. Oh my gosh.
Is.
No.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
The noises Lindy is making right now.
I fucking knew that.
What is even happening? Don't forget amnesia. What?
Well, my friends. Well. That's what we're ending tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu Nameless Horrors. Stick around, because we've got Sans here starting up here in just a few minutes' time. Certainly, if you watched and enjoyed the last season on Account of Roleplay of Call of Cthulhu, then you might be getting some some memories through, some bad memories through, of one Lieutenant Martin Poole, but we'll see. We'll see, won't we? Let's get right to cast and crew. What do we think of tonight's session? Of course, if you guys in chat enjoyed the session, hit the follow button and join us. But let's start with Lindy tonight.
I don't even know what to say. I just, I'm so glad I didn't have caffeine today, because I'm like a million miles a minute. I don't even know what to think. I was like, yeah, we have another hour still. We can figure some of this out. And then nope, just kidding. Time flew. So I'm literally going to be counting the hours down until next week. I am dying to know what's going on, what's happening, and hope the group doesn't shank me because Lou doesn't know what's going on. But yeah. Oh my gosh, speechless. I don't even know what to say. This is amazing, Will. Wow, the way you intertwine stuff just blows my mind. I love it. I love it so much. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy. Probably still a bit shell-shocked late this evening playing video games. I also run Dungeons and Dragons and do stuff. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. So, wow!
Whew. Great stuff. Great stuff. Always give your keeper a vague backstory of amnesia. That's what we've learned about today. Great stuff. Pruitt, same questions for you, my friend.
Holy crap, man. That was amazing. I didn't think it would work that well, but that was fucking amazing. Yeah, that's I can't wait to see where this goes. When it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna mistake her line for like a code word and I'll be a spy for somebody. Like, I didn't expect this shit. So well done, sir. So I'm Pruitt, J Pruitt Inc. We're Twitter. Also hit us up at WebDM Show. That's my show is WebDM. Also can catch us tonight on Saber Dice. Will be playing alongside me and the other two halflings in the group. We're gonna make a 3 halfling stack at some point. So yeah, hit us up over on YouTube on the Saber Dice channel for that. But until next week, I'm loving it.
Great stuff. And Greg.
If there was ever a doubt that Wednesdays from 1 to 4 Eastern is where it's at, motherfuckers, you were just proven wrong, because this place is insane. As soon as I heard Symphony, I perked up, I knew shit was on, and I knew, Will, I played too much, man. I've played too much in your game. I know the shit that's coming down. I just don't know the end part. I have all the pieces of the puzzle together except for that one piece, and there's no piece left. You've taken it and hidden it. And I don't know until the goddamn end of the show when you say something and it pisses me off. I'm going to find that last piece. Guys, join me next Wednesday and find that last piece. We're never going to find it, but we can look for it. Grimjack21502 on the Twitches, on the Twitters. See me tonight on Unmade Ming's channel doing a little City of Mist. Tomes and Tentacles released yesterday. Check that out. Learn by Play on Saturday. My own show on Sunday, Grimjack21502 with Lindy. She doesn't have amnesia there, but who the fuck knows who she really is anyway. Pulp Cthulhu 7 to 9, guys, next week.
Great stuff. It must be Ryan Hawks. Oh man, that's the true clue. Amazing stuff as always, Greg and Don.
Wow, yeah, this was a great episode. I love Felix. I love Jimbo the Spanker. I love his undercover act and how quickly it fell apart. It was so brilliant. The Asylum, I had no idea what to expect. But all the twists and the turns, the way that, like, I don't know, for my character Garen, he had just started to kind of like trust everybody, and like things were looking real good. You know, but you keep turning it every single week. You keep spinning it on its head. I love the story. I can't wait for more. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter at Jonathan Fry, and I'll share all the stuff that I write, all the stuff I create, and some other stuff too.
Amazing as always, Don. Thank you. And last but not least, Redundant UK.
I am genuinely speechless. I really am. That is... You are a master at it, Will. A true master. That was brilliant. That was a great episode. You learned quite a lot about a lot of people. You learned a bit more about Sloan, a little bit more there. You learned a hell of a lot about Lou. And as Don said, just as when you think everything's calming down, a curveball comes in and the distrust is back. It's always the way it is. But waiting a week as well. Oh, God. But I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait for next week. My name, Redundant UK. I'm on Twitch, so you can check me out, twitch.tv Redundant UK. Also on Twitter, Redundant UK, I'm there. And also you can check me out on the Encounter Roleplay chat, where I hang out all the time. So, yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you, Redundant, as always. Thank you to the cast for today. Amazing performances, as always. It was so much fun every week. I cannot wait. We thought it was over, but really it's only just beginning. Until next time, my friends, try not to throw too many net ones. We want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye!